On the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermilion, the Spa at Winnie Mae's is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The Spa at Winnie Mae's providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Coming up on Coyote News, St. Patrick's Day was Friday. Vermilion bar owners consider the holiday one of their biggest days of the year.
Also, the USD golf team shaved their heads to show support for a teammate's mother. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Nick Nelson.
And I'm Celeste LaCourciere. We'll get to those stories and more, but first.
4 people are dead in London after a terror attack, and Britain's parliament has been placed on lockdown. An attacker stabbed a police officer, and a vehicle struck several people. The attacker was shot by police shortly after the stabbing, and London police say they are treating the attack as a terrorist incident until they know otherwise. A 9-year-old boy died yesterday afternoon in Phoenix, Arizona after being shot in the head by his 2-year-old brother using their mother's handgun on Monday. The mother says that she put her loaded gun on a bed while reaching for her holster when the 2-year-old grabbed hold of it and shot his brother. The mother has been placed behind bars on the suspicion of 4 counts of child abuse, 1 count for each of the 4 children in the house. The mother has been placed on a $25,000 bond and has been ordered to stay away from any victims in the case, as well as any children. A 15-year-old girl from Chicago was sexually assaulted in a live stream video on Facebook and is now saying she's scared to go home. The girl's mother says her daughter has received online threats since the attack, and that neighborhood kids have been joking about it and harassing her family. Police say they're making good progress in identifying the 5 to 6 men or boys involved in the attack. And those are your headlines. And now let's take a look at weather with Lauren Solek. Lauren?
The temperatures will continue to rise over the next couple days, but the warmer temps will bring some rain. Currently, it's 42 degrees. There's a slight chance of rain this evening, with temps dropping to 40 degrees overnight. We could experience some wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour tonight. Tomorrow will be breezy with a high near 60 and a 20% chance of rain during the day. The greater chance of rain will come tomorrow night and into Friday. Friday will be slightly warmer with a high of 51 and an 80% chance of showers. The nightly low will be around 37. The rain will continue through Saturday, but we should get some sunshine by Sunday afternoon. The beginning of next week could bring more rain with highs in the upper 50s, and that's your Coyote weather.
Thanks, Lauren. Watertown police are investigating the death of a 19-year-old Lake Area Tech student who appears to have died from alcohol poisoning. Officers responded to a call around 3:30 Tuesday morning where a woman was found unconscious and not breathing. She was taken to the Watertown Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police say witnesses confirmed that the woman was drinking alcohol at a small gathering prior to her death, and none of these individuals were of legal drinking age.
St. Patrick's Day is an important time for Vermilion bars. Coyote News' Cheyenne Alexis talked to Old Lumber Company and Main Street Pub to see what specials these bars were offering.
Bars around Vermilion see an increase in sales during St. Patrick's Day. Old Lumber Company provides many food and drink specials for their customers for the holiday. Bartender Lauren Fold mixed up green drinks for patrons to enjoy all day.
We have corned beef and cabbage for $8.99 for our dinner special. And then today from 4 to 6 we have happy hour where you can come down and get a short domestic green beer.
Fold says Old Lumber Company sees a large increase of customers during St. Patrick's Day, which affects their overall sales.
I've only worked at OLC for a couple of months, so I didn't get to see the crowd of St. Patrick's Day last year, but hearing about it, it gets pretty crazy and fun.
Main Street Pub owners Todd and Molly Radigan say St. Patrick's Day crowds make up for their slow business during spring break.
Most weekends night we were real busy. We do it with 2 bartenders, and tonight we have 4 bartenders on, and I don't know if we got enough. So the sales are as good as you can imagine in here for such a small place.
For Coyote News, I'm Cheyenne Alexis.
Coming up, the mother of a USD golfer is battling cancer. Find out how the team is showing their support after the break.
Being a student athlete and having to balance school, sports, and free time can come with some challenges. Having a sickness hit a family member.
I wanted to be a student ambassador because I wanted to be able to give prospective students my view of the campus and so that they can enjoy the university as much as I do.
It's bringing the next generation to USD.
It was a real personal experience more than just, hey, here's a big university.
You're coming into a family and we want you to feel welcome, we want you to feel loved, and we want you to feel confident in your decision to become a Coyote.
It's fulfilling,
Energetic,
Impactful,
community,
challenging,
knowledgeable,
fun,
professional,
the future.
I just love USD.
Your fire attack, your fire attack.
1926.
This is Coyote News.
Imagine if you had to stand under a spotlight in front of judges you barely know and spell words you've never heard. 15 South Dakota kids did just that at Saturday's State Spelling Bee. The Word War began with 2 written exams. Spellers were given 20 national level words and tested on their knowledge of definitions. There were a few early eliminations. The bee started out with easy words, but by round 3, spellers started to hear their least favorite sound. Words became more complex, and in round 7, only 6 remained. Hari Kadarkaraisami of Vermilion took 3rd, and Nana Addo and Ryan Pressler went back and forth for nearly 10 rounds until Addo correctly spelled this word.
O-L-I-A.
I was always a little bit on edge because I never really knew if he would get the other one right and if I missed mine.
The Dakota Dunes native is ready for nationals.
It feels exciting.
Has it been a lot of hard work towards this? How many hours?
Actually, years.
Addo will represent South Dakota at the Scripps National Bee in late May. You can follow his journey at spellingbee.com. The USD men's golf team has had a successful season this year. However, the Yote Report's Nathan Finster shows their greatest accomplishment was supporting a teammate's family member by shaving their heads.
Being a student athlete and having to balance school, sports, and free time can come with some challenges. Having a sickness hit a family member can make this balance even more challenging. Freshman golfer Matt Tolan is living with this reality. 4 months ago, Tolan found out that his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. However, he didn't have to deal with it alone. His golf team was there and supported him in a different way.
Me and my buddy actually thought, hey, let's shave our heads and do it for her. And then it turned out to be one of the other guys was like, hey, 2 people can't do it. Everybody's got to do it. So then the night before we left, we all went over and got our heads shaved.
He says their goal for shaving their heads was to help his mother stay strong.
We just wanted to support her through in helping her battle cancer and make sure everything's okay, and hopefully she stays strong and fights on.
Tolan says that he has a close relationship with his mom.
She's always been there for me. I mean, she's come to so many of my golf tournaments, taken me to so many different places, and I have so much respect for her.
Tolan says that their support means a lot to him, and his teammates feel like his second family.
I feel grateful that I have teammates that are willing to do things like this, because this stuff doesn't happen very often. And if you got the teammates behind you to support you through something like this, it makes you feel a ton better.
For anyone else struggling with issues in their lives, Tolan leaves these words of advice.
Just on her sake, I just want to say, keep fighting on and stay strong, because everything will get better eventually.
For the Yote Report, I'm Nathan Finster.
Although the last stretch of the school year can be stressful, students had the opportunity to relieve some of their stress with puppy therapy. Pet the Stress Away is held twice a year, once in the fall and again in the spring.
I love dogs. I like going and playing with them and petting them and having fun.
It does bring a lot of students together. It is a huge stress reliever to forget about the midterms and the exams and the papers and the group projects for a few moments before they head back to them.
A lot of the dogs come from faculty and staff who are involved in this event, as well as the Yankton Humane Society. Students can participate in this event again next school year. Still to come, the USD tennis team shares a bond unlike any other. We'll tell you why when we come back.
Fostering is when you take in an animal into your home and you take care of them until we can find them a permanent forever home.
If you can find it in your heart to do it, it's rewarding.
We do all the vetting, the neutering, the spaying, the medications.
The Humane Society has lots and lots of great dogs and cats that can pull at your heartstrings and make you realize you got a little more to give.
This is Coyote News.
Welcome back. Vermilion offers a variety of activities for both students and residents. Coyote News' Taylor Kenny looked into a dart league taking place in town.
Each Monday night, bars in downtown Vermilion fill up for a state-sponsored dart league.
It starts, I believe, 7:30 on Monday nights, and it rotates between Leo's, Varsity, and the Eagles.
According to Randy Oliver, a member of TNT Enterprises, which sponsors the league, the state of South Dakota is divided into multiple sections, each containing their own leagues. Vermilion is in its own division, consisting of 10 teams and nearly 50 people. The league ranges in age from 21 all the way up to 76. The members compete once a week for 7 months and end with championship play the last week of March. A cash prize is awarded to the winners. If you're looking to create a team, Oliver says to attend the opening meeting, which occurs in September. For Coyote News, I'm Taylor Kenny.
Since the league events take place inside bars, it's required that all participants be 21 or older.
One USD student plans to start his rapping career right here on campus. Sophomore Stone Conley will be debuting his first mixtape under his rap name Stone Clear, April 29th in the National Guard Armory. Coyote News' Devin Martin is live in the muck with Stone to talk about what he has planned. Devin?
Thanks, Nick. Stone will also have 2 special guests, Lucas Cobat and Tony Zeller. So, Stone, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. So tell us a little bit more about your rapping career.
So basically, I've been rapping since 7th grade. It didn't really become a thing for a career, quote unquote, until I got to college. I started rapping at like parties and stuff, and then people were like, "You're pretty good." So I recorded the mixtape, and then I had a friend of mine say, "You should have a concert," because T-Pain was kind of, but then I decided to have the concert, and it's going to be coming up, and so I'm at a pretty good place right now in it.
Nice, okay. And why the need for a Vermilion concert?
I really wanted to have USD people here. I have a lot of following in the Greek community and basically other students that are here. I also wanted to make sure that people in Vermilion had something to do before the night scene gets started, and judging by the time, 7:30, it's a perfect time to come on out and listen to some good music, see some good rappers and good DJ.
Awesome, okay. And how did you prepare for this?
Basically, I kind of went head on into it. I've been calling around trying to find different venues. Found out about the Armory, pretty cheap to go there and do that. We've been purchasing different lights and stuff for that as well, contacting the necessary people. Dr. Moskowitz, shout out to him. He's been helping me out a lot with the microphones and all that, and the amps and everything that we're going to be needing for this concert. And basically just the city of Vermilion has really helped me out a lot. They've embraced me for this concert.
Awesome, and thank you for your time, Stone.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Students can buy tickets for Stone's concert on Yapsity for $5 and at the door for $8. Live in the muck, I'm Devin Martin.
Thanks, Devin.
Awesome, that's it. Awesome.
Traveling far from home to college isn't unusual for students, but many don't cross an ocean. Coyote News' Michaela Feldman sat down with some members of the USD tennis team to find out why USD stuck out to them as the school for them.
They've traveled far from home for a chance to combine 2 of their goals, playing tennis and getting a degree.
something Barbara Kolarova, a junior from Slovakia, says they can't do in their home countries.
It was a really good chance to get together tennis and school since I couldn't do both back home.
This year's team includes 7 members from different countries, including the Ukraine, Scotland, Slovakia, Finland, England, and Germany. Hannah Weish is a junior from Germany. She says having a good relationship with a coach played a big part in her transferring to USD.
So I decided to mainly focus first on picking the right coach. So that was like one of the major decisions.
Brett Barnett has been the USD tennis coach for 3 seasons. He says it's fun to learn about everyone's cultures and then bring that blend into the sport they all love.
No, it's fun. It's no different than coaching girls from America. I mean, I think we've got a really good blend here.
Weish says they all have something in common coming here from other countries, but it can still be difficult building that chemistry.
It's very interesting, I think, because things that are obvious to me sometimes are not obvious to them. But all of us are very tolerant to each other.
Barnett says although they've had a tough schedule, the team is consistently getting better.
We need to qualify for the Summit League tournament, number one. I mean, and as long as we're there, we've got a chance to win it.
For the Sports Report, I'm Michaela Feldman.
The tennis team competes Friday night in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
In this week's blog, Coyote Crystal put her words to the test with some unsuspecting students.
Ready? You don't look ready. USD.
Awesome.
So now that spring break is over and we have only over a little bit of a month left of school, if you're anything like me, I think the pressure is starting to get to you. And for me anyway, I believe that laughter is the best medicine for stress. So this week on Coyote Crystal, I wanted to play a little game with people. I went around asking them a word and they were telling me the first thing that popped into their head. Animal. Zebra. Pineapple. Hawaii. Perfect. Map.
Sucks.
Good job. Nike. Shoes. Sunshine.
Rain.
Coffee. Hot. Klutz. USD.
A school.
Football.
A sport.
Food.
Pizza.
Travel.
Fun time.
Table.
Chair.
Blue. Hate state. Travel.
Paris.
Joke. Funny. Smiley face. Happy. Emoji. iPhone. School. USD. Perfect. Clothing. Fashion. USD. Where I go to school.
Well, Cassidy, I hear it's been a busy week for Coyote athletic teams.
It sure has been, Nick. We have a USD basketball player who's been invited to a special event, and we'll catch up with members of the track and field team. That and more next in sports.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great, because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
The Coyote Twin Theaters in downtown Vermilion, providing entertainment Tuesdays through Sundays. A proud supporter of USD student media.
This is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Cassidy Cornell. Tonight on Coyote Sports, we take a look at a senior thrower, and a men's basketball player has been selected for a national event. But first, the headlines with Lauren Solik. Lauren?
USD men's head basketball coach Craig Smith is one of the top 3 finalists interviewing for the Drake University head coaching position. The other finalists include Furman coach Nico Medved and interim Drake coach Jeff Rutter. Drake officials say they're moving fast and they are deciding on a new coach in the next few days. For the second week in a row, sophomore tennis player Ellie Burns was named the Summit League Tennis Player of the Week. Burns won every match she played in last week. Freshman Chris Nilsson was named the Outdoor Track and Field Athletes of the Week. Nilsson shattered USD's previous school record in the outdoor pole vault by 11 inches. His record-setting jump ranks second in the world and first in the nation. Nilsson also remains on the Bowerman Watch List, released by the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. The Bowerman is the most prestigious award in collegiate track and field and is presented annually to the most outstanding male and female athlete in the nation. And those are your headlines.
Senior shot putter Danielle Waldner has been named the Summit League Outdoor Track and Field Athlete of the Week. Waldner was the top collegiate thrower at the Baldy Castillo meet last weekend in Arizona. She tied her own school record and currently ranks 5th in the nation. Waldner says she has tried all the throwing events, but decided to focus on shot put.
When we finally figured out, oh, she's kind of better at shot put, we just mainly focused on that. And in the past couple of years, I finally figured out how to go over 50 feet a lot more and be more consistent around 52, 53, so it's definitely a plus.
The track and field team competed at their first outdoor meet of the season. Coyote News' Andy Hartman is live in the muck with head coach Dave Gottselman. Andy?
Thanks, Cassidy, and thanks for joining us, Coach. So you guys are kind of transitioning between your indoor and outdoor season. The weather's been a bit unpredictable. How do you kind of work around the weather?
Well, you really don't. I mean, you embrace the weather. Outdoor track is really what it's all about. And our kids, as they come in as freshmen, that's kind of been the only experience that they've had. And so, I mean, I think it's a cool deal. I mean, we just came from Arizona State where it's 96 degrees, and it was a cool outdoor track meet. And we're going to Wayne State this weekend, which will be a cool 40 degrees. So the variables are there, and that's just, it takes tough kids to be able to handle it. And it's really what outdoor track's all about. As far as the indoor season, it's just kind of a precursor to what you're trying to do, outdoors too. So, I mean, it's not really a major difference. We have 18 meets a year, and 9 are indoor, 9 are outdoor.
All right, and so track and field is kind of different from other sports in terms of coaching because you kind of spread all over the place. How do you kind of even yourself out among all the different events?
Well, we've got a pretty good staff. We've got 2 Olympians. I've been here 33 years myself. Coach Hoover's been around for 25. Coach Fitzsimmons was a great high school. So I think we all have our area that we coach, and it doesn't really change indoor, outdoor, whatever. I mean, we have a very specific fall training program too that starts like the second week of school. So our kids have been going at it since like the second week of September. They're really in pretty good shape right now. They just need opportunities to compete. And when those opportunities arise, I think they'll be ready, and it'll be pretty successful. We're going to have a really fun outdoor season, I guarantee you.
All right, great. Thank you, Coach.
All right, yeah.
Right. The track and field team travels to Wayne State for Wayne State Classic this weekend. Live in the muck, I'm Andy Hartman.
Thanks, Andy. The track and field team opened their outdoor season at Arizona State's Baldy Castillo Invitational over the weekend. The men's 4x100 meter relay team of Jack Thoney, Joe Regan, Sam Clark, and Gwaine Williams broke both the school and state record by 2 100ths. Gwaine Williams sprinted to a 3rd place finish in the 100 meter, and Emily Grove finished tied for 2nd in the pole vault. Other top 8 finishes came from Madison Mills, Emily Bringham, Dustin Volland, and Brittany Kerr. The track and field team continued their outdoor season this weekend. The women's basketball postseason run came to an end on Saturday. The Yotes lost to Iowa 78-73. Sophomore guard Allison Arns led the team with 24 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. Sophomore guard J.C. Bradley finished the game with 17 points, and freshman Sierra Duffy had 14. The Coyotes finished the season with a 23-9 record. Head coach Dawn Plitzowite says she was proud of how her team competed throughout the game, and that she's excited about the future of the program. Senior men's basketball player Tyler Flack was selected as one of 8 men's basketball players to compete in the annual College Slam Dunk Championship. 24 of the nation's top men's and women's college basketball players are invited to showcase their skills at the event every year. Flack averaged 15 points and 6 rebounds per game this season. Flack was also a first-team All-Summit League performer and tallied 952 points as a Coyote. He's the first ever USD player to be invited to the showcase. The slam dunk competition will air live on ESPN from Grand Canyon University Arena next Thursday. The women's tennis team went 1-1 in Sioux Falls this weekend. The Coyotes beat North Dakota 5-2, but lost to Creighton 4-3. This puts the Yotes at 4-10 on the season. The Fighting Hawks won 2 of the 3 doubles matches, but USD came back to take the 5 of the 6 singles matches. The Coyotes had the early lead against the Blue Jays, but couldn't hang on. The Yotes open Summit League play in 2 weeks. The women's softball team competed in a tournament hosted by the University of Iowa. The women finished with a 2-3 record. The Coyotes' 2 wins came against Creighton. Freshman Erica Lehman hit a 3-run homer in for the Yotes, a second game against Creighton. This was Lehman's first collegiate homer. Freshman pitcher Allie Wigan threw a 3-hit shutout and picked up the win. It came down to a pitching duel for the Yotes' last game of the tournament. The Iowa Hawkeyes took the game 1-0. The Coyotes opened Summit League play against Western Illinois on Saturday. The women's golf team finished 10th at the Sacramento State Invitational. Senior Brenna Lervick finished 24th at 9 over par. Junior Abby Dufresne tied with sophomore teammate Lexi Peterson for 47th with 16 over par. The tournament only consisted of 2 rounds after the final round was rained out. USD continues their season at the Bradley Spring Invitational in 2 weeks. And that's a look at sports. Coming up after the break, we quiz students on the history of St. Patrick's Day. Their answers are next. Thank you.
Hey Madeline, why don't you explain what improv is?
Well, improv is just kind of thinking on your feet and creating a scene out of nothing. Our first goal is we accept anyone and everyone.
Our second goal is that we focus on improvement.
And also our third goal is we just want to bring comedy back to campus.
We like making people laugh. And that's one of the reasons why we think you should come to Improv Club, for laughs.
This is Coyote News.
In this week's Out and About, we asked students why St. Patrick's Day is celebrated. Here's what they said.
Beer?
Well, I know that, like, Patrick is a saint, and it probably has something to do with history that I don't know about.
I don't know. I really don't know.
But I'm Irish, so I should know, but I don't. But happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know, alcohol?
It's my birthday.
I don't know, isn't it like the Independence Day in Ireland?
For an excuse to go to the bars at 1 o'clock.
Because Irish people are proud of their heritage and they like to drink, and so they do that on St. Patrick's Day.
I honestly have no clue, but green beer. Green beer.
It's for St. Patrick. He spread the Catholic Church to Ireland.
Before we go, we want to congratulate our Coyote News sports anchor Levi Goots and his wife Rachel on welcoming their baby girl today. Tatum Carter Goots weighing 9 pounds and 10 ounces. So congrats to the happy parents. That's all for Coyote News. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
And be sure to listen for KYOT and KAOR daily updates throughout the week.
Thank you and have a great night.